The draw of the Rabobank Hockey World Cup 2014. The bronze medal match next between Argentina and the United States. There is Luciana Aymar. Will this be the last time she leads Argentina out? Argentina, remember, the defending champions, but not making it all the way to the final this year. Their opponents in this game away to the left-hand side of your picture, the United States of America. What a tournament they've had. Pulled out all the stops, all the surprises, and fell just short of that victory against Australia in their semi-final. Finished 2-2 at full time, and Australia winning it 3-1 in the shootout. Sun's just started to peep out from behind the clouds. This will be the third match of the day. In the men's half of the draw, India playing Korea for 9th and 10th. India winning that game by 3-0. Then a convincing win just before this for New Zealand, a 4-0 victory for them against China. That means New Zealand finished 5th and China finished 6th in the women's side of the draw. Spectacular shots coming from the Kyocera Stadium. The penultimate day's play of the Rabobank Hockey World Cup 2014. I'll focus very much on the women this afternoon with the bronze medal match. Argentina there, away to the right of your picture. USA in the all-red strip to the left. Huge game this. The last thing anyone wants is to go home with nothing. But sadly, for one of these teams, they'll do just that. For the winner, though, a bronze medal. And of course, there's the gold medal match to look forward to later this afternoon. Australia versus the host, the Netherlands. Both those games coming at you. So day 13, Argentina versus the USA. We'll start with the national anthems. Take your places then. This bronze medal game between Argentina and the United States about to get underway. The USA there in red. meeting Argentina in the blue and white stripes. A bronze medal at stake. This one's going to be an absolute humdinger. So the United States dart off to the right of our picture. And Argentina gather just outside their shooting circle. Let's have a look how both teams line up. Rossi, Luchetti, Aymar, Rebecki, Marino, Habib, Sanchez, Mocchia, Scarone, Delia, Barrienuevo, and most interestingly, Maria Mutio taking over in goal from Belensucci. Quick huddle from Argentina, Carlos Retegui, who guided the men's side through to the semi-final stages as well. Argentina men will play England for a bronze medal tomorrow. The United States line up like this with Gonzalez, Dawson, Reinprecht, two sisters, Julia and Katie there in the starting 11. O'Donnell, Kassold, Nichols, Selensky, Bogalski, Crandall, the captain, and Jackie Kinzer in goal. There's Craig Parnham, Englishman at the helm and head coach of the United States. And we're ready to get underway. It'll be the USA with the pushback to get us underway. USA getting going then, instead of going backwards, dart forwards straight away, an intent of, well, their play possibly here this afternoon. Up against Argentina, the defending champions. Bronze medal at stake. Argentina, who lost to the Netherlands in the semi-finals. 4-0, a convincing win for the host nation against Argentina. Finished 2-2 between the United States and Australia. Australia winning it 3-1 in the shootout. Watching this bronze medal game with me is Simon Mason, former Great Britain goalkeeper. Actually fresh from a game just on the other field, the Greenfields pitch. We'll get his thoughts after this attack from the USA. Gonzalez had an influential tournament so far. O'Donnell over there wins the free hit. Sideline ball, gets it into play. O'Donnell looking to get around the back there, but can't get past Barrienuevo. Strong, sturdy defender. Quick self-pass, though, from Katie O'Donnell, looking to get Argentina on the back foot. Here's Rebecki back doing some defensive work, used to seeing her up the other end. Simon, let's pick your brains ahead of this game. How do you see it unfolding?
Well, I think it's absolutely crucial for Argentina to get on the scoreboard early. I think against the Netherlands in the semi-final, they lost their way, and sporting mojo just disappeared in the second half as they were completely overpowered. The Americans are going to be physical, they're going to be aggressive, they started hard, and they will really want to take it to Argentina. And if Argentina don't get something early, I think mentally they might just struggle a little bit to maintain their momentum.
Dawson in the midfield here, just comes back out through the captain Crandall. Crossfield now. This is Julia Reinprecht. Tap tackle from Luchetti, Rosario Luchetti, over in the left-hand channel. She's a little workhorse as well. Low, slack forward, gathered by Argentina, but not for long, just given away. Soft turnover of possession for the USA now. They come forward down the right-hand flank. Push forward again from Gonzalez. Cover tackle from Rossi. And USA really pressing high here in the early moments of this bronze medal game.
But you've just got to see the position that they're throwing the centre forward out to. Kassold stepping right out onto the penalty spot, denying the transfer across the back division for Argentina.
Chico Soma of Japan, one of our umpires. Lisa Roach of Australia, the other. Again, USA coming down that right channel. It's Gonzalez again trying to weave her way into the circle. Be a long corner, which Dawson will take. USA, who have been the surprise package of this tournament, looking to get their noses in front here against the defending champions. 2-2 it finished in their pool game when they faced each other. Today, there must be a winner if it finishes honours even, whether it be 2-2, 0-0. It will go to a shootout to decide who takes the bronze medal home with them. Something to celebrate. Argentina with Delfina Marino.
Tackle's good.
Umpire liked it. Clean tackles coming in from the USA. Habif. This is Luchetti.
That's going to be so important for America to just set up with a two-man defence. If they go one-on-one, players like Marino will expose weaknesses and drive down spaces. And if you've got a second player off the shoulder of the primary defender, then all of a sudden that little dink and accelerate becomes less effective.
Now Argentina look to put a bit of a press on the USA. Argentina, remember, the Pan America champions. That's how they qualified for this year's World Cup. USA getting through as, well, the 5th-ranked team at the Investec Hockey World League semi-finals. Argentina being pegged back here in these early minutes. Still inside the first 5 if you're just joining us. No goals as yet.
Very similar to the pool game that Argentina did get pegged back. The Americans incredibly well conditioned. Superb bunch of athletes, but individually skill-wise probably not as sharp as Argentina. So they need to make sure those battles are controlled.
Too far! Tackle's good!
Play waved on by the umpire. First shooting chance for Argentina. Hits the crossbar, hits the side bar. It wasn't actually on target. It was just a little bit of post that supports the netting and the post. We'll have another look at it from this angle.
So Habib's driven into the right-hand side of the circle, got it onto her front foot. But goalkeeper Kinsner, knowing that it's going nowhere near target, happy to let that go and ping off that back stanchion.
Yeah, it looked a little more dramatic than it was. The shot off target. Good early signs, though, for Argentina to get the first shot off. Sadly, not on goal. USA have the ball just outside the 23. Now they can slot it in towards the top of the D. Nichols steps. Important she got in front of Marino there. Wins possession back now. USA looking to strive forward.
Well, that to me is the difference between tactical understanding and technical skill compared to individual flair. If the USA keep stepping forwards, keep doing the right tackles and being assertive with their positioning and their body shape, they'll get outcomes. If they get flat-footed, get squared up and stood up, so they're a high body position, Argentina will take them apart one-on-one.
Argentina having to start their attack very deep, though. No high runners here.
Play on.
Marino, the striker, just there on the halfway line. Round the back through Rossi. Lifted ball forward, gathered by Albertario.
Stay 5. Good girls.
No lack of confidence there. Good ball speed in the reverse stick pick from Barrenuevo. Down that left-hand flank, and Luchetti the target. Sideline ball.
But again, Reinprecht showing exactly what the USA halfbacks are trying to do. Step forward aggressively as soon as there is that long ball straight down the line. Step forward past the receiver.
Great carry infield from
Tackle's
Cassol.
good, tackle's good!
Clean tackles coming in. There's Aymar, the 8 times player of the year. Possibly her final showing on the world stage. Yet to get confirmation of that, but she's got that right hamstring problem. Wanted to bow out at the very top and would love to go out with a medal.
Give a 5.
Just tends to happen, doesn't it, in the latter stages of your career. Hamstring goes, or problems that have niggled for years. Reverse stick shot for Argentina is hit the backboard. Argentina lead. So talking of Luciana Aymar, in the right place at the right time to deflect this one home, and Argentina have that early goal. It's Argentina 1, United States 0.
Great advantage from the umpire, super understanding of where the ball had gone. Crashed in, comes off a USA foot, but goes straight through to an open stick. Picked, and what a touch that is in front of the goalkeeper. It's a great hit from Sanchez. Not sure it was going on target, but Aymar on her knees to finish. This is a brilliant pick. It's gone through a defender. Super hand-eye coordination.
Fantastic start for Aymar. Where's number 8? Scored in the 8th minute for Argentina. That'll give them confidence coming forward. Here's Rebecca again. Albertario onto the reverse stick, takes the shot, and that could have easily been 2 as it blazes across the face of goal. The USA all over the shop here.
Okay, then. Well, stop.
In on the backhand, into 10 yards, pulled it just a little bit too much right hand. You pull the stick through on the backhand, you pull away past the near post. Sorry, far post.
Well, USA, what sort of response have they got? Temperature just turned up slightly by Argentina in that goal, just a couple of minutes in the build-up to it as well. They started to take a little more control, take a little more care over those passes, getting into the danger zones. Oh, there'll be a foot there, and
Penalty corner.
penalty corner, yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, that was for deliberately breaking down the play. Didn't allow the USA to take that quick free hit from the edge of the circle. And that's a soft penalty corner for Argentina.
Yeah, hits the foot to give away the free hit. The whistle went about now. Sanchez then contesting this. The whistle's gone now. She just flicks a stick out and knocks the ball away. Really obvious corner. Cheap, lack of discipline.
I've given her a warning to Chico, okay?
Well, Craig Parnham has a look down
10 seconds.
at his tactics board. Nichols here is certainly one of the danger players at the head of the D. Caroline Nichols, the number 19. And alongside her, Rachel Dawson. There is Dawson. Nichols with that slap hit, comes her way. There's the slap, looks for the deflection, and there's the tap in. Well, Argentina, they should have known better. The ball came back to the skipper, Lauren Crandall, and the USA had their equaliser. Argentina won, USA won.
Craig Parnham, tactically genius, out to the castle. There's a big slap under the arm through the first runner. You see there, the right-hand side, you've got an L1 runner's gone in and jumped. Creates the distraction for Rossi to step to, goes through that number 1 runner. Brilliantly orchestrated and well-run routine.
So Lauren Crandall getting the USA back into this just 2 minutes after Argentina took the lead. Here are Argentina again, though, looking for a penalty corner of their own this time. It's gone across the baseline.
Blown for obstruction again, that manufactured foul as a player carries the ball into the circle and spins if their momentum is into the defender.
Here's what you're talking about.
Yes, there's a pick in the hook of the stick and a spin, but look how there's backing in. That contact is what creates the obstruction.
Good spot. 24 minutes to play in the first half, deflected for a long corner.
And at this point, you've got to credit Craig Parnham with his understanding of the set plays all the way through this tournament. We have seen and talked about the lack of outcomes from direct strikes, particularly from flicks in here, apart from somebody like Amartya Palman. Argentina have gone to hits, which has been successful in some games, but Parnham has consistently used well-worked, well-thought-out routines that have scored pretty much the easiest kind of tapping goals.
Probably worth mentioning Anna Flanagan there as well in the same breath.
Tackle's
Her and Marcia Palman, both the
Keep
top
playing.
leading goal scorers as far as the women go. But the USA, as you said, using those variations. They did it against England. They've done it here again against Argentina. And the game very much alive, as you'd expect. Bronze medal up for grabs. Albertario wins the free hit just outside the 23, which Hague will take. Hague then just back to Rossi. This is Delia. Barrenuevo now. Little jab away from Aymar by Kolajacek. She's having a good tournament. Scored against Argentina during the pool game.
We've got it, we've got it. Out there, guys, first one!
Loud instructions coming there from Lisa Roach, the umpire.
I can't see it there.
Crystal clear for the umpires and for the players and for us here in the commentary box.
Yeah, and that clarity will just help the players create the intensity that they want in this game. The uncertainty that's caused by a lack of decision-making or unclear calls means you just get hesitant, it gets a little bit fractious, it gets a little bit wound up.
No way through into the circle that time for Argentina. They'll come back, have to have a sideline, and will they come round and change the angle? No, they bash it in, and it's coming dangerously high.
Take it out there, girls. Right out wide. Thank you.
See that backhand shot across, and now it's Aymar's touch in super slow-mo. Watch that all the way. Absolutely nothing that the keeper could have done about that. You can't anticipate that player behind you. But here we see a great jump over the top. Now that is absolutely deliberate by O'Donnell. She'll have had an instruction that if it's not coming to your stick, if it's coming behind you, get out the way. Did exactly that.
Reinprecht down the right-hand flank now. Here's the USA with Zelensky. Long corner. Well, 2 goals inside the first 10 minutes in this game. This Pan America clash, fighting for the bronze medal in the 2014 World Cup. There's a foot there from Kolodziejczyk, so Argentina have possession back with Barrenuevo. Rebecki creating a bit of room for herself, cuts back in field, only as far as Gonzalez, who had got a body in the way. Whitmer, Cassold and Fee just waiting in the wings to come on for the USA. As far as possession goes, well, Argentina just taking control, 60-40.
They are shading it slightly, but in terms of outcomes, the USA are dictating. This is a great effort to keep the ball in play. Clattering into the ball boy. That's the closest he'll have seen the Argentinians this game so far.
Sure, he's not complaining too much. USA adamant to try and get down that right-hand flank. Still in defensive territory here at the moment. Carried forward in the tackle there from Emily Wald. She's impressed a lot of people in this tournament as she throws that ball forward to Jill Whitmer.
Great body shape from Whitmer as she picked that up. As the ball came outside her, she could have picked it on the reverse, but choosing to get the pick on the reverse and the feet just rotating around the ball so she can then drive open stick towards the Argentinian circle. Preparation skills.
Well, Craig Palm really has done a great job since taking over. USA didn't qualify for the World Cup in 2010 and 12th at the Olympics in 2012. Here they are contesting for a medal now in the 2014 World Cup. Huge progress. Gonzalez just using her body to shadow it there, kept the ball moving though, so wasn't penalised for it with the restart. And this is something that they've done so well all tournament as well. Those quick self-passes into the D now from Gonzalez, looking for a foot, brought away by Habib.
Gonzalez's carry position was bordering on obstruction as well, but managed to get away with it.
Rebecki and Marino now linking up. Marino bringing it out, just slipped it under the shoulder to Rebecki. They've won the free hit between them.
Well, they're the dangerous little interchanges that they've done so well. Rebecki, Marino, Ricchetti sometimes getting involved. Sanchez, very, very quick player. That's just when Amar's on and just pulls defenders away that they can start to play little triangles.
Here is Marino around the back, into the circle, finds the foot and gets the corner. It'll be penalty corner for Argentina then. We've seen one for the United States. Now a chance for Argentina.
30 seconds!
The danger was done early on when Marino broke around the back, but just clipping the foot there of the USA defender. That's why the penalty corner was awarded. So Delia could be a threat in here. Also 27 there is Barrenuevo. Either of those two could convert from here. 1-1 as things stand at the moment.
Okay!
Rebecki also at the head of the D. It's going to be Delia with the hit.
Play on, play on!
Deflects
No
up.
danger, play on!
Aggressive defending from Crandall. And there was a foot in there. The two umpires just conferring. Lisa Roach and Chico Sommer.
Well, if they hadn't conferred, Argentina were asking for the video referral immediately. They were absolutely certain it came off the foot of the #1 runner. Outstop and rolled in this time rather than it being a self-touch. Delia taking a strike in the end, coming off the foot of the first runner, Gonzalez.
Looked to be a bit of space on the bottom left as the striker was looking at it. There's Barrenuevo. She steps up this time, takes the flick, Barrenuevo run down by Gonzalez. The #1 runner again. Goes off for a long corner.
Yeah, there did look like there was space there, Mike, and I'm sure that the video will go straight down to the Argentinian bench. They get a live feed from their camera people. They'll see the spaces. However, my issue with that is view on that is that the defence will continue to run different routines. So we see here, as it comes out to that top castle for the flick, you've got one runner straight at the top, you've got a post person, you've got two just behind the penalty spot. So effectively in that routine, running a 3-on-1 defence. They'll be quite capable of changing it to a 2-on-2.
Extra pressure here from Argentina, pegging USA back. Good composure from the United States, though. And now they've created a bit of space for themselves. Argentina had overcommitted. Ball comes forward from Kolajacek and finds Whitmer.
Well, that's how you play your way out of a press. Argentina stepping high. 15 seconds later, the USA on the edge of the circle, winning 3 hits.
Kathleen Sharkey with the skills. Didn't get the advantage there, really. Felt she should have had the ball, but maybe I missed something.
Nice with you, Mike. I thought that came off, popped off a foot, but maybe the left hand got low enough to get the handle of the stick onto the floor, and it just clattered off that in front of the toes of the defender.
Yeah, certainly the umpire had a better look at it than us. She's about a metre away. We're about 100 metres away.
For the danger. Up into her.
Here's Amar. Open the scoring on 8 minutes. Lauren Crandall, the USA captain, equalising on 10.
Play on, play on.
This is Habib then. Nowhere for her to go. Good commitment from the USA defence, starting with Emily Wald there.
Well, Emily Wald has stepped forward, got enough of the nick to pop the ball out into space, and deciding that that full-length lunge could actually just knock it further away from her defence, away behind the Argentinian front line.
Scaroni will pick it up now. Amar gets it instead. Skip past to her, but first touch takes it away from her.
Tackle's good.
Great confidence from Amar. Here's where she can turn it on.
Twisting and turning down there as defending. Just stop moving. I need to get the ball. But great body shape, super balance, moving left and right, left and right.
Oh, super work from Amar. Nichols, the last line of defence.
Nothing.
She got past 2 USA defenders first, and the USA having to keep low body shape. Gonzalez, little touch, and that's come off the finger of Michelle Cassol, who just wore that one, shakes it off. Again, Argentina down this right-hand flank. Marino takes advantage. Nichols bobbles from her and finishes in the back of the goal.
Would you believe it, Amar again?
Incredible work. It fell kindly for Luciana Amar. And Argentina have their second. They lead for the second time in this game. Argentina 2, United States 1.
Ball along the baseline, one defender backing away, second defender having to come in a little bit too soon. And all of a sudden the ball just drops. Amar strikes. Marino's playing it in. That's the unfortunate pop. Amar off a back foot, just swings through the ball. It's a bit of a hopeful strike off the back foot. Low hands on the stick, drills it in.
What a game she's having. Just catching her breath now as well. There is confirmation of Amar's goal on 22 minutes. To give Argentina the lead again. So USA here in red, going from right to left. They've got back into the game once already. Nothing to say they can't do it again.
And whilst Amar's goal was it was very well taken, but was fortuitous in terms of where the ball went in the first instance. The space that Marino had got to drive around the back, exactly the same as this.
Albertario has her shot squashed by Stephanie Fee. USA players must now retreat 5 metres. Albertario with the dangerous ball in this time, got underneath it on the reverse stick shot. And is that just fatigue or... No, she's happy then, she's happy. I wasn't sure if she was crying there that injury that she's got on her hamstring. She came straight off after scoring and she's gone to sit down in the dugout. So we'll keep an eye on that, but those look like more tears of joy and relief that her side are up here by 2-1.
Nice little spin and dump down the line, so there's a bit of forward momentum still. Players interchanging. Great under the arm ball.
Now Albertario looking to find Habib, but Nichols comes away with it. Sideline ball for the USA, and quick retake from Nichols eliminates 3 of Argentina's front line.
Nichols a little unfortunate from a USA perspective that there wasn't an Argentinian card there, because none of the 3 players she drove at made a real effort to back away to the requisite 5 metres.
This is Scaroni. Back through Delia. Barrenuevo now. USA just giving a bit of ground on about a 60% press, and that just is enough to give them back possession. Argentina throwing off into the sidelines. Now USA can form an attack down this right-hand channel with O'Donnell. Great turn of pace from O'Donnell. Gets it back under the body. Here's the sweep shot, but last-ditch tackle from Rosario Luchetti.
Well, the USA are in trouble if Argentina come forward. Fortunately, they've been able to shepherd out to the sidelines for Marino.
Sorry, top Fred, top Fred.
Long corner. Final touch coming from Crandall.
We use that ball, use that ball. Don't be 5. Stay there.
Lisa Roach, the umpire, really controlling that element of the game. Very impressive. And that goes off for another long corner, this time the final touch from Emily Wald.
Got some light dancing feet from Wald as she just got them both out of the way. The ball was bobbling around horribly from her perspective.
Ortiz now, jab tackle. Coming in from Fernandez. No, Rodriguez. This is Dawson.
Keep going, keep going.
Oh, great ball forward. Again, it's O'Donnell that gets something on it. Good change of pace again, ducks up and under the tackle, wins the free hit outside the circle. Just the speed of these restarts for the USA, catching Argentina out at the moment. USA looking to get 1 goal back.
And the reaction to turnover has been excellent so far during this competition, but this game so far particularly, in the attacking third, they're getting the ball down and away so fast. Makes it really tough for Argentina to get their defensive line sorted out and make sure they've got the right players in the right places.
Craig Parnham still watching on. Always gives us a honest assessment of how his team are going. O'Donnell again with the free hit. Sadly just outside the circle. If it was inside the circle it would be a penalty corner. Here's Vitiz. Back out through Reinprecht. Julia Reinprecht with the hit in. Came up off an Argentina player. No danger, says the umpire. Luchetti thumps that one upfield.
Now, I think the USA were right not to refer that. There was the potential for it being a dangerous lift, but it was outside the D, so the outcome, if they were correct, was minimal, and the danger if they lost that referral at this stage of the game would have been had an impact later.
Selensky wins the free hit. Here's Vitiz again, back to Selensky. Cover tackle from Habib. 8 minutes left to play. Little floated ball into space, kept in by Selensky. And work rate so high from Team USA.
And Selensky not only sprinting to the baseline, but managing to have enough strength in that stick for the outstretched reverse to not only stop it, but pull it back into play.
Amar has just come back on the pitch, but is holding a high position alongside Rebecki. 2 high strikers. Luchetti now. Here is Amar.
change of direction has completely done Dawson. Dawson led out to cover the ball along the line. Now it looks like she's struggling in the middle of the pitch. Looking a little heavy-legged, and you need your central defender or central midfielder to be athletic at this point in the game.
Well, look back on Aymar's game so far, 2 goals in it, despite that heavily strapped right hamstring. Back out on the pitch at the moment. One more goal would bring up the hat-trick. One more goal is what the USA go in search of to tie things here. Not long now till half-time. Still more required from the Argentina coach, Carlos Retegui. And a busy World Cup.
Yeah, he's racked up the miles between the two fields early on in the tournaments, running from game to game to get there to cover both matches for the men and for the women.
Whitmer clips that one into the circle. Off the back foot, the shot comes in and just wide from Katie Reinprecht. Good chance. Scored against Argentina in the pool, and this one not far away.
And Sharkey wasn't far away from touching it in front of the goalkeeper. Scodonia got caught in slightly the wrong position, back marking in the D.
Please don't knock that away.
So USA just stepping up the field now, choosing the right time to put that extra pressure on Argentina, holding the high press. This is Scaroni. Jab tackle comes in from Sharkey.
Well, this forces Argentina back, and the USA can now really step forwards on that press, attack every ball, because as soon as there's a turnover, they're moving in the right direction if they're running forwards to put the pressure on.
Ball up for Fee, and final touch came off Luchetti, so quick restart. Now the ball into the circle, and there's a deflection. It goes wide of the post this time. Kolajczyk with the final touch, but Whitmer was in there as well. Still the USA come forward down that right-hand side of the pitch. Big wind-up and smashed out just the other side of the 23-metre line.
That's I'm fed up with this pressure. I'm getting rid of this as fast as I possibly can. There was real aggression in the strike, a wrist snap as the stick came through to deliver as much power as possible.
Argentina doing everything they can at the moment to clear their lines. USA absolutely peppering the D inside this last couple of minutes. Strong defence from Delia. Step forward into that one. Here's Aymar. Watch out for this counter-attack. Oh, great vision. Brought down by Sanchez Mokia. It'll be a long corner. Final touch coming from Dawson.
You're good, you're good. Take the first one, guys. Just up for the danger. Came up through her.
Delia blown up, came up off her stick. Confident clip hit in the meantime from Nichols over to that right-hand flank now with Reinprecht.
Yeah, you don't see that very often from left back to centre back is the clip hit. More often you'd see either kind of the reverse, just clip across the circle on the tomahawk-esque, or a player getting their wrists round and just a sliding slap because there's less danger of the ball lifting.
Sharkey again. There's room here. Vitesse, if she can bring it down. No, another good interception from Sanchez Mokia. Vitesse again.
But it's all USA pressure, time and time again, winning the 50-50s and the 60-40s, stepping forward and dictating what's going on out on the pitch at the moment, albeit with limited outcomes.
Julia Reinprecht got Dawson alongside her, plays it to her captain Crandall, who scored on 10 minutes after Luciana Aymar put Argentina ahead on 8. United States getting their goal back, a deflected penalty corner. Crandall, the injector, back on that near post to deflect it home. Argentina then going ahead on 22 minutes through Aymar. So 2 goals in this bronze medal game for her, 2 goals for Argentina. Remember last time these two sides faced each other, it was 2-2 in the pool stage earlier in the tournament. And have definitely assessed each other's patterns and styles, identified any weaknesses in the armour. Here's Marino. She does exactly that around the back on that right baseline and gets a penalty corner. What a time to strike just before half-time. And if Argentina can convert here, well, that really does give the USA an uphill battle in the second half.
Well, Falgalski's got herself in the wrong position as she's chasing back. She's a metre away and just reaching out, and in doing so exposes her feet. You have to accelerate into that position a lot earlier and try and get your left shoulder round, so you're right shoulder to right shoulder as a defender on the forehand if you possibly can.
It's penalty corner number 3 of the afternoon for Argentina, the defending champions, looking to take home bronze here at the 2014 World Cup. Barrenuevo again at the head of the D. She steps aside. Rebecca this time takes the low flick, looking for that deflection from Luchetti, who was on the P spot. Aymar to make it 3 off the backhand. Great save from Kintzer in the USA goal. That was for Aymar's hat-trick.
Great save from Kintzer from that range. Hard to read a backhand.
Clipped away and up from Crandall. It'll be another penalty corner, and could well be the last play and the last attacking chance for Argentina in the first half. Aymar coming close though here.
Yeah, the ball comes across, little lift, and it's a second phase movement as it pops up in the air from Crandall. First corner comes in, delivered for that tip-in. In the end, it's far too heavy a touch, more defensive than offensive. Then Aymar away to her backhand. That's a fantastic save from Kintzer from close range.
They line up for more of the same. Barrenuevo this time again steps out. It is Rebecca again, takes the low flick herself. Straight flick this time at the keeper. And Kintzer again just watches that one over the crossbar, as she did with that straight strike from Rebecca.
Thank you. Okay. We've got it again, top red.
That's interesting that it's off red, given that all the Argentinian players have backed off, expecting it to be a red ball, but it's not the call from the umpire. Team's resetting.
3 goals in the first half, 2 for Argentina, 1 for the USA, 2 goals for Luciana Aymar. And the only response from the United States so far, a penalty corner converted by Lauren Crandall. There's a look at the last penalty corner for Argentina, right at the death there in that first half. They will gather their thoughts again at half-time and be back to do battle. More of the same in the second half. 2-1 at half-time. So, half a job done for Aymar. Aymar and the gang will go inside now for 10 minutes. Craig Parnham, the coach, has a chance to assess what didn't quite click in that first half. And then they'll have 35 minutes to correct that in the second half. Half-time score here, Argentina 2, United States 1. Pan-American clash here. Argentina versus the United States in the bronze medal match of the Rabobank Hockey World Cup 2014. Luciana Aymar on the score sheet twice, and well, the opposite captain as well, Lauren Crandall of the United States, her opposite number, also on the score sheet. Let's look back on that first half. And these are all the chances and all the goals. What about this for a start on 8 minutes from Luciana Aymar? That ball fired in by Rocio Sanchez-Moquia. Tapped home there. This was the USA's reply. Bottom left of your screen. Deflected home by Lauren Crandall. And that just 2 minutes after Aymar put Argentina ahead. This the ultimate response. Caroline Nichols with the slap hit towards the far post. Deflected in by Crandall. 1-1. Good determination from Marino down this baseline. A little fumble there from Nichols. Just allowed it to sit up quite nicely for Aymar again, who put Argentina ahead on 22 minutes. Just a missed trap from Nichols, and nothing the rest of the defence could do about it. Aymar ideally placed to give her side the lead at half-time. There too, a look at some of the other stats. 13 circle penetrations for Argentina. USA with just a little more possession at half-time, 51%. 0 from 4 penalty corners from Argentina, 1 from 1 for the United States. Certainly an area they can target if they're going to get back into this game. So, social media as well. Feel free to get on your phone, send us a tweet at FIH_hockey. Where are you watching the game? If you want even more access, our Facebook page is available as well. Keen to hear what Craig Parnham has to say at half-time. Here he is.
Craig, down a goal, but it's been very close, isn't it?
Yeah, it's quite a tight game. Argentina they came out well. I think we started the game well, but it's always going to be close, and so there'll be some more opportunities in the second half. The game may open up a bit as it gets a bit older, so we look forward to that.
What did you say to the girls in the dugout at half-time?
We just need to harden up a bit. I think a little bit sloppy in some of our defensive work, and that's uncharacteristically for us. But we'll pick it up now and make sure we get a little bit more action in the second half.
They've kept their heads up. It would have been easy for them to droop, having conceded an 8th-minute goal, but great response.
I know they'll fight, and we've got another 35 minutes, and they'll keep going right the way through.
Fitness could be key here, couldn't it?
Yeah, it could be, and you know, we're pretty confident where we are, so look forward to this next bit.
Great stuff, Craig. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks to Charlie Broom asking the questions there of Craig Parnham at half-time. USA, the first side to take to the pitch. Still some watering to be done here on the pitch. Gives the chance for the crowd just to keep warm here. DJ keeping them on their toes. And Argentina too come out for the second half. There's the goal scorer. Luciana Aymar played when she was just 16 years of age here in the Netherlands in that 1998 World Cup. And there's a little fan too. And there's a few more. Well, they love their hockey in Argentina. They love their hockey here in the Netherlands, and I'm sure they are loving it back home as well in the USA. What a ride the United States are having. Just behind here at half-time. They trail by 2-1. Crandall just gathering the troops there ahead of this second half. 35 minutes to turn the result around. Coming into this game, they'd only conceded 8 goals. Now up to 10. Well, for Argentina, they've looked dangerous coming forward, rocking that USA defence slightly in the first half. Marino's looked sharp. Aymar's been on target. One short of her hat-trick. Could this be her final international competition? Hope not. If it is, though, no better way than to bow out with a bronze. Ideally, they would have liked the gold medal. Argentina, the defending champions, but they lost that in the semi-finals to the Netherlands. Spider cam set, ready for the second half, as are we. Argentina to push back and get us underway. Aymar here in possession, 2 goals already in that first half. Aymar putting Argentina ahead on 8 minutes. Lauren Crandall equalising for the USA on 10 minutes. Then Aymar off the back foot.
Play up.
Ball fell kindly to her on 22 minutes. And that's what separates the two sides. So 2-1. Argentina attacking left to right in this second half as Luchetti picks up the ball, just dumps it off to Aymar with Barrenuevo off her shoulder. Interception, though, from Whitmer. And Gonzalez now.
She got ball!
Aymar comes away with it. She'll give everything she's got in this final 35 minutes. Rebecca dispossessed by Crandall. Crunch ball forward as well from Whitmer. We'll get the thoughts of Simon Mason, who's still standing alongside me here. Your assessment of the first half, firstly, Simon.
Well, Argentina did exactly what we said we thought they needed to do, which was to score early. It set their stall out, but the USA have not stopped at any point. Their commitment to their forward running has been exceptional, and I expect them to see them stepping high. If Argentina don't continue to really dominate their right-hand attacking channel, the USA will continue to wind up the screws. They'll continue to put pressure on.
As they did in the first half, the USA pressing high in the second. There's a foot in there, though. And anyone new to the sport, you would have seen the ball go in. The goal doesn't count. That girl scored a few in her time. Janneke Schopman joined recently Craig Parnham's team as assistant coach, but a double Olympic medalist with the Netherlands. Must be a huge asset to have a player of that calibre on board.
Well, you create a team around the coach, and it's just the little bits that they all add. So you want 4 or 5 different inputs, only because you need challenge. As a coach, you have an idea of what you want to do and how you want to achieve things, but actually sometimes you need a sounding board. Sometimes you need somebody to say, you know what, I don't think that's the right idea, and any good coach will just have those discussions to really clarify his thinking.
USA coming forward down the left-hand flank now, looking to get that equaliser.
Nothing.
Castle gets the cross in. It was Rossi who took the last touch. Nichols watches it go out of play, and the USA have a sideline ball.
Yeah, it felt like Castle, as she drove in there, could actually have got her feet round a little bit more and looked for a slightly better pass. It was a crash ball, having peeled and got her head up. There was enough support in the circle to do something more meaningful.
Dawson brings the ball infield and sadly can't play that return pass back to Gonzalez. United States, who were undefeated in this year's group phase, only lost their first game in the semi-final to the Netherlands. Carlos Retegui, well, the side had a mixed start.
You take the ball up too far.
USA losing their semi-final to Australia 2-2. Well, that wasn't the loss, that was the final score at full time. They lost it in the shootout 3-1. Gonzalez peels infield. Well, USA can afford to be patient here. Doesn't matter when they strike, they just need that one goal back. Here's a chance. Came up into the knee there, lifted up in by Jill Whitmer. Scaroni seems fine. Barrenuevo to retake.
I think Scaroni was lucky not to get a face full of stick. I think there was some contact there. Scaroni came in with the jab tackle as Whitmore went to hit. There was contact not only with ball but also with stick, and that's when you do just see some injuries picked up, unfortunately, on the faces of players. If they don't get close enough when they jab tackle and they're leaning away with their body, the stick comes up after contact with the ball.
And that's why you see pretty much every player with gum shields. The outfield players have got shin pads, and obviously the goalkeeper's lucky enough to have a helmet, gloves, and some slightly foamier kickers and shin pads. Dawson with the interception, takes it out into touch. Aymar with the restart. Marino across the 23. Luchetti's in the middle waiting. Nichols steps forward to it though, plays it out to Dawson.
Well, Dawson hadn't actually recovered her position in the back line.
Good jump tackle from Sharkey. Sharkey taking it on the reverse stick, gets her feet around it. Cover tackle over there from Habib.
And a great cover tackle from Habib, because Sharkey had really got herself into a good shooting position.
Well picked by Rodriguez. Barrenuevo. This is Marino. Luchetti, the target. Crandall gets there first. Leading from the front and by example. Lauren Crandall, interception here.
That's 4-on-4 with Dawson struggling. It'll be 4-on-3. Marino goes past and eliminates.
This is Rebecca on the backhand. Again, obstruction. She turned into the defender. That's what she's been blown up for.
And it's being blown consistently. Both teams need to learn. Oh, that was so close to being an epic crossfield pass. You see here, this is the carry position, and it's this peel as Rebecca just puts a backside into the face of the defender that she's getting penalised for. If you're going to spin, you can't spin back into a player. I know you don't like it, Mr. Retegi, but them's the rules.
Stick, stick!
Dawson finds a way through.
Outside, guys!
Free hits outside. That was for the stick challenge. Ball brought back to the dotted line. USA have another go at it. Thumped in again. It's an awkward one bobbling around. Just at the foot of Rodriguez. They're off the back foot, takes a little deflection and palmed away. That's the first real save for Mutio in the Argentina goal, who replaces Belensucci today. Aymar there have to be careful again, just tiptoeing around. Dangerously coming out. Look at the confidence to try and carry it forward there through 4 USA players. Does so and wins the free hit.
Only a player of her status would roll in field off the back line. Here we see the attack and the shot, and it is just come up off an Argentinian stick. So keeper having to use the big left-hand mitt to palm it away from danger, pulling the ball from the middle of the goal out to the left-hand side.
Just taking that little deflection from Rodriguez. Nothing to trouble Mutio too much. I guess that tells a story in itself. That's the first real save we've seen her make in this game. Skills coming forward from Sanchez Mocchia.
Great skills as well, moving left and right so effortlessly through space. Aymar being penalised for the stick obstruction.
Well, the umpires are eagle-eyed today. Snap bang on everything as Zelensky clips one forward. Here's O'Donnell. That comes across the face of goal.
Oh, so close.
Sliding in on her nose was Kelsey Kolajacek. Scored the other day against Argentina. So close to getting on the end of O'Donnell's cross.
What a great hit from O'Donnell. Dead flat, allowing Casey to get all the way in front of the goalkeeper. Centimetres away from an equalising goal.
Best chance of the half for the USA. They'll have to rebuild again from the back here with Crandall. So confident, smacking that ball around. The touch was intended for Falgowski. Aymar.
Tackle's good! No! No! Tackle's good!
Clean tackle from Rossi. Gonzalez.
And the USA happy to step out and hunt for the ball still. They have to do this at the beginning of this half while they're fresh. Their legs will tire.
Important touch that from Kolajacek, because Aymar was just behind her, played the ball above her head, which is absolutely fine, but denied that aerial ball through from Barrienuevo. Here is Aymar still going forward. It takes a strong tackle
You're going to
from
see
Dawson.
a card, I think.
Yeah, I think it's for the first tackle from Kolajacek.
And it was a horrible
Bring it outside,
tackle.
bring it outside! Bring it outside!
There was the original contact and Aymar drove
Right,
through the
here's here.
space. Kolajacek was just twisting, slightly off balance, and lashed out to try and nick the ball with a stick.
So USA down to 10 players for 2 minutes. Can Argentina take advantage of that extra player on the pitch? There is Kelsey Kolajacek. Here's why she was sent off. That tackle initially was
There,
good. It was
that's
that
the
one.
tackle. Spin, tackle and hit.
Well, Aymar giving it absolutely everything in this final game for both sides. Sanchez Mocchia forces the long corner. Again, it was some good defending from Julia Reinprecht. Umpire spotting a foot in there, and so USA, well, a chance just to take a few deep breaths. Still 25 minutes to play. Still just one goal separates the two sides. All three of those goals coming inside the first half. Two for Luciana Aymar and Lauren Crandall. Just the one for the USA as things stand at the moment. Good spin in field from Fogalski. Here she goes again. Hit that one into the midriff of Rossi there, so blown up for that, and Argentina come away with it. Sanchez Mocchia, Rebecki. Oh, skips that tackle from Nichols. Rebecki going forward now, plays the ball in towards the top of the deer. Jab tackle from Reinprecht. She watched that all the way.
Yeah, it did indeed, as the run was lateral across the top of the circle, keeping the ball out on the backhand. Able to just drive, was looking for the space to pop the ball into for the backhand shot.
Aymar again taking on liquid, taking another important break. It's her two goals that separate the two sides. 57% of the possession being dominated by Argentina. Here in possession, Barrenuevo again back to Delia. And that's a look at it more specifically in the attacking quarter, the final 23 metres, which Argentina are inside again now.
However, if you look at the relative effect and pressure on the goalkeeper specifically, the USA are just not turning that pressure into anything at the moment. They're able to get the ball up to that circle, into the 25-yard area quite easily, but there's no real meaningful outcomes in the D.
Absolutely nothing to lose here for the USA. Remember, came in ranked 10th in the world.
That's Willie Chicken-Dance on the left-hand side.
Part of the men's team for Argentina. Argentina just looking to get a third here. And Chicken-Dance will be back in action tomorrow. A bronze medal game for the Argentina men. Argentina taking on England. The men's final to be contested between the Netherlands and Australia, as it is in the women's half of the draw, actually. First time that's ever happened in World Cup history. Both sides coming from the same nation. There's the Korean side making the most of their day. Korean women finishing 7th in the tournament. Korean men were in action as well today against India. Sadly, they lost that game and finished 10th. India 9th. So just the final few days of play now.
Look at the commitment to get it in the lead from the carry position. The carry position fantastic from Zelensky. But the overlapping runs from Kolejek creates the space, draws defenders away.
Reinprecht with the ball in. Zelensky came up off her stick. Argentina with numbers back there, though. All 11 players were back playing a defensive role there. That's what made it so hard for the USA to break through. Rossi just takes her place in the midfield. This is Luchetti, who's come back a little bit deeper. Certainly in this second half, anyway. Marino just ahead of her. Rebecki also up front. There's that ball forward to Marino. Albertario in front of her as well. Will Argentina keep the press on here? Yeah, they do, to a certain amount. Round the back through Crandall, and Argentina just crab along now, really force the USA up that channel. Has found a way through somehow. And Whitmer now just lays the ball off, looks to get the 1-2 back. Whitmer inside the circle.
Tackle's good.
Clean tackle from Rossi. Ball in was dangerously high into a crowded circle.
Yeah, and the USA just needed to recycle that. It was a great ball up to the forward line, but once that first original pick in the circle was forced away outside the dig, and there's no need to then try and belt it back into a crowded area, particularly off the back foot, because you're likely to squeeze it and lift it.
Tense time for the coaches watching on. Crossfield ball comes in, takes a little deflection in front of the goalkeeper. Came off Rebecki, came up off the goalkeeper into the defender, and will be a penalty corner.
It's
Penalty corner number 5 of the afternoon for Argentina. Some more defensive work now for Jackie Kinzer to do in the United States goal.
And as the ball comes in, Kinzer's weight is backwards. It pops up in front of her, just off the bottom of the screen. Her weight's back as she reaches. There, look, she's reaching. Her body weight's back into the protective shorts on that back foot. Lifts it up into her teammate.
Barrenuevo again at the head of the D. There in our picture, it's going to be Delia to take it. And it came up off the stick stopper's foot, and USA now a chance to counter-attack. Long ball forward to Sharkey.
Oh, Sharkey's left it behind. She was looking at the space she wanted to run into.
And Argentina will be disappointed they couldn't make more of that last penalty corner. It does give advantage back to the United States in search of that equaliser. And Argentina are really fighting for this. They want to hold on to this 2-1 lead. Final touch. We'll take it for a sideline ball. Again, the USA look to recycle the ball. Good control.
Oh, I'm not sure there's anything wrong. That was hand. No, nobody's appealed. Sorry, Mike.
I was going to say clean tackle from Rossi, but let's have a look at the penalty corner in the meantime.
So that's actually been stopped on the stick, but it just bobbles away and sides the toe of the stick onto her own foot, as Rossi tries to get her stick out of the way to allow the ball to be drilled in towards the goal.
Captain play. Argentina just struggling to clear their lines here at the moment. Emily Wold plays the ball forward. This is Gonzalez. Again, the cover tackle comes in from Rossi. She's having a great game back there. Seems to be right at the heart of that Argentina defence. Everything going through her. Barrenuevo really slowing things down here as well. Wouldn't be surprised if this one goes to air. Keeps it low. Sanchez Mocchia looking for the little 1-2 with Luchetti. Oh, nice little pairing coming up down the left-hand flank. This is more like it from Argentina. Rebecca now runs onto it. Here is Sanchez Mocchia, pulls it back underneath the body. It's Crandall that comes in front of Marino. But what a passage of play that was up the left-hand flank.
Well, that's exactly the small triangles that have been effective when Argentina have played well. Those three players just getting interlinked, and the very first pass in that move was set up by a player who knew that as soon as they gave it on the reverse, re-led, they wanted the ball back to make the movement fluid, really incisive.
Vitesse now, change of pace. Certainly the USA looking the fitter of the two sides out there, that's for sure. That will certainly play a factor in this final game of the tournament for both sides. Match number 37 of the tournament, day number 13 of 14, just the women's final later this afternoon, and the men's classification matches tomorrow. Final later between Australia and the Netherlands.
Play it.
Argentina, in the meantime, come forward through Aymar, and this is Rebecca again now. No support around her. Has to come out through Luchetti. Barrenuevo. Crossfield to Delia. Bit more space over here on the right-hand flank for Argentina. Good step. An interesting tackle from Crandall, who then pumps it upfield. One-on-one here at the back for Sharkey. Just up against Barrenuevo. Takes the reverse stick shot, and the shot goes wide of the goal of Mutia. Goes down as a half chance.
Well, the USA fortunately was missed in the middle here. That missed reverse stick wasn't a dummy, it was just a miss. Sharkey given the opportunity. Very clever defending, forcing the American out to that left-hand side on the backhand. And so many times we've seen those backhand shots miss the goal. Difficult to execute that skill in the first instance, but you do feel that if Sharkey had just peeled back around her feet onto the forehand, she could almost have driven uncontested straight at the goal mouth of Mutio.
Yeah, there were no other defenders anywhere near Barrenuevo. It really was just a one-on-one with the keeper to beat. Dawson comes up off Luchetti's stick. It'll be taken back out where the ball came up. So right out here on this near touchline. Dawson running the 5 metres necessary. Looks to find the foot of Lucetti, gets her body in the way. O'Donnell wants to take it this time. Into the circle, snappy defending again from Lucetti. Dawson looking to break down this final line of defence, another long corner. Well, it's relentless from the USA, and Argentina adamant that the ball doesn't get through this channel. Straight onto the stick of Delia this time. Lucetti, fantastic control. And again, Argentina showing why they are the defending champions. Great composure there in their own half.
Yeah, it's just that willingness to not take risk, to get the ball to the forehand, to work out of congested space.
Aymar back this time with the defensive role to play.
That's great skill again. She's now dribbled out of a D, she's dribbled out from centre half. She scored 2 goals. She's having a reasonable match, really.
Yeah, reasonable. USA then still in search of the equaliser. Whistle's gone. Umpire wants this retaken from over on the left-hand flank. Fee chucks it back to her teammate Nichols.
Yep.
Well, USA will have the confidence that they can get a last-minute goal here against Argentina, the defending champions. They did just that against Australia the other day.
Got it. Play on. Keep playing.
Take it to a penalty shootout. Sadly, they lost the shootout by 3 goals to 1, but showed the character to come back against Australia to take it to 2-2 in full time.
And they'll have full confidence in their conditioning, in their tactics. They'll know what they're trying to do out there. Instructions, as I understand it, having spoken to a couple of the players, instructions from Panama are always really clear.
Yeah, quite simply, they just have to stay within touching distance and they can do the damage inside the last 3 or 4 minutes. What Argentina can do, though, is get themselves up the other end, get another goal on the board, and that'll just make it that bit tougher for the USA to claw back 2 goals. Oh, that's come up into the face of O'Donnell. She's okay. Didn't seem to phase her too much. Came up off her stick.
So strong, these athletes. Popped up off the top edge or the toe of her stick, straight into the upper chest or even throat. Shrugs it off, carries on.
Dawson with the cover tackle. Again, the ball just sneaking through somehow. It was intended for Kolajacek, but Argentina have it back now with Lucetti. Cleaned off the heels. And the USA just need to cherish that ball a little bit more at this stage. They're giving it away, those turnovers, a little too soft at the moment.
I agree with you completely, Mike. And in turning that ball over, you then allow yourself into the turnover situation. You force it when you then do win it back, because so often you've got it, you're grateful to have got it, you feel you must do something. The USA need to be as patient as Argentina are being at the moment when they've got the ball. They are handling it quite well through the back third, back half of the pitch.
Support coming on there from Caballero, Juarez and Soroga, all cheering on from the wings. Get to play their part in the last few minutes, but no doubt they'll be back on. That round of substitutions not far away for Argentina. Rossi comes back on in defence in the meantime. There's a bobbly one. And Reinpret, can she get it into the circle here? Can she find a foot? She's around onto the baseline. Now just needs to find a foot, and there is Rossi. She, for me, is having a great game when she does come on in defence.
Yeah, she's right at the heart of everything, picking balls off, getting herself in the right place. Reinpret's first take was fantastic. Peel into the circle, did really well, but then it was all just a little bit scrambled.
We saw Aymar visibly giving Habib the hurry up there and pushing her upfield. Lucetti and Sanchez Mocchia looking to link up again on this near touch line. Not so good this time. Dawson plays the ball in field. Good turn on the spin from Fagalski, but picked off by Aymar. Look at circle penetrations. Well, USA still within touching distance there as well. 17-14 in Argentina's favour. Argentina keep that ball in. The challenge comes in from Crandall. Took too much stick, says the umpire. quick restart from Sanchez Moccia. Great confidence onto the foot. Bread and butter stuff.
Well, and no hurry up at all from Argentina. Craig Parham, as coach of the USA, will be frustrated by that, but it's been no different to any of the free hits during the course of the game. The umpires can't affect the players to make faster decisions just because of the scoreline or how many minutes are left. There has to be consistency across all of the different positions, all of the different decisions.
Also just hearing that Carlos Retegi has announced this will be his last game as coach. So going into retirement, he's done that before. Still a chance that he might carry on and coach the men's side. That yet to be clarified, but certainly hanging up his boots as far as it goes as head coach of Argentina's women's side. So he'll want to bow out with a bronze. USA going to try and make that as difficult for him as possible as Jill Whitmer drives down. There is Retegi, former player himself back in the day. Certainly got a lot of fire in his belly, loves hockey. Says that he'd talk about it for 24 hours if asked questions about it. Might challenge him to that.
Well, there's an end of tournament challenge for you to set up, Mike. And Aymar desperate. We see authority amongst the team to demand things, to make things happen. She is absolutely aware at this moment in time, whilst this is some of the goal celebrations, at this moment in time during this game, she will absolutely be aware that if her team take the foot off the gas, USA are perfectly capable of damaging this scoreline from their perspective, getting that goal to equalise.
One goal will do it to take it to the shootout. Barrenuevo in the meantime infield to Sanchez Moccia. 8 minutes left to play. No high forwards here for Argentina. That's why Sanchez Moccia is dribbling with it, and dribbling with it well she is. Delfina Marino now on the backhand across the face of goal again. And it was behind Carla Rebecchi, who was on the far post. That's where Argentina are dangerous.
Well, goalkeeper Kinzer at the end of this applauding her defenders for forcing the backhand away from players. However, that's a great executed cross from Marino.
Crossfield ball then to Vatiz. Michelle Vatiz now down the right-hand side. Oh, look at that turn of pace again from O'Donnell. Cuts back in field, into the circle now. Looking for the penalty corner. Delia's back there. And it'll be a free hit just outside. Came off a foot outside the circle, though.
Get back on the line. Good. Stay there, girls.
Ryan Preck with the ball in.
Nothing.
Picked off by Rodriguez.
Well, if Ryan Preck's going to try and play that pass, she needs to actually have it on the end of her stick and drive at the circle before she fires it in.
Nothing.
That drive continuing to come down the right-hand flank for the USA. They've got numbers up there, 5 red US shirts, but all the play taking part in that mini condensed game down in the bottom right-hand corner. Now the USA come out and they've got acres of space over on the left if Kolajacek wants it. Interception, though, from Marino on Nichols.
Yeah, and interesting, Marino now, even with the pace that she's got, just choosing to go out to the flank, draw the defenders out, then she can change direction, accelerate towards goal. Clever early move. The relaxed movement out lulls the attack, the opposition, into a sense of security.
Well, talking of turnovers, here's another, this time for the USA. O'Donnell has it at the head of the D. Here's a shooting chance. This to get one back. Great save at the end from Mutio. Shot coming in from Sharkey. And that could have very easily been the equaliser. Crowd to their feet here in anticipation of a second goal for the United States. Certainly the underdog in this game, but not out.
Very much not out. There's opportunity in here.
Long corner.
The USA will know it, and Argentina will have to be on their mettle, because that was just one elimination on the way into the circle that led to the scramble and the turnover.
It also stemmed from a turnover in the midfield, and again, Marino comes away with it. Sanchez Moccia in support over on this left-hand side, but it's too close to Crandall, and the USA will regather it. This is Gonzalez now on the right-hand side. This is where the USA can use the advantage of that fitness level. They've got that high fitness level to drive forward again through Kathleen Sharkey. Sharkey still goes into the circle. Kathleen Sharkey. No penalty corner, says the umpire. Clean tackle from Argentina.
Do you want to use it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got something
on her?
Yeah.
Just use it.
What
Use
for?
it. Yeah, their foot.
Well, USA saying there was an Argentina foot inside the circle here, in which case it would be a penalty corner.
Yeah, okay. Julie?
So the question's
Yes,
for the foot
Rochi,
of the
I'm checking for
Argentinian,
the
I think.
foot of an Argentinian player. Thank you.
Well, we'll have a chance to have a look back at it in our slow-motion replay. Sharkey, to take the initiative to come forward, did so well.
Yeah, I think you could contest those stick obstruction there. That's the swing that the decision was given for, but prior to the swing and a miss, does it just come off the toe of the beef? Nothing wrong with that. That's ball. There's nothing there.
We have to look at that one more time.
We'll let them decide.
That's a massive swing across Rossi's shin. She's done well to come out of that without being injured.
That's the angle, isn't it? But it's just whether or not there's a touch here on the toe. Doesn't look like it from that angle. No doubt about the foul here.
Yeah, so there was that foul. Is anything after that foul, then it's not an issue.
There was a dangerous swing by the US. Therefore, there's no reason to change decision. Free hit out.
No worries.
Lose
Cool.
referral.
No worries. Thank you.
And no foot in there, most importantly, answering the main question by the United States. They had to go for it. 5 minutes left.
Yes, this is the ball in. Another chance. This is the scramble chance in the circle that gets saved by the keeper. Great second phase, but there's no follow-up at the head of the D.
Sharkey almost getting it past Mutio. And amazing camera angles coming at you from the Hague.
Outside, yep.
Fantastic on that spider cam, hovering above the stadium, high in the sky here, as the USA
Nothing silly, keep
look to
playing.
get the equaliser into the circle again. Can they make it 2-2? No, they can't. On the swivel this time was Vitiz.
Argentinian deep defence, time and time again, not giving away the corners. Parnham probably desperate. He's got a playbook there somewhere with some corners in it that could get him into this, at least into this shootout. He'll be dying for his team just to get that one chance in the circle.
Nervy final few moments of this bronze medal game. United States with 6 shots, Argentina with 9. This final phase of play certainly being controlled by the United States of America. The defending champions on the back foot, looking to leave with something. Bronze medal at stake, and the United States' only goal coming from a penalty corner, and that certainly looks like the best chance that they will have to take us to that shootout and get that equaliser. There's a foot there over on the far side, spotted by the umpire, and Argentina will have it again.
And if you think that that corner was given away by a lack of discipline and knocking the ball away in that first half, it's going to be crucial in these last 3.5 minutes for Argentina that they do nothing silly. The pressure that the USA is putting on them will draw fouls, that's fine, but they have to make sure every single decision is cold and is professional.
It's that left hamstring as well now, tightening up on Luciana Aymar. She's done all the damage today. A goal on 8 minutes, a goal on 22 minutes. Sandwiched in between was the USA's answer, Lauren Crandall, converting a penalty corner on 10 minutes. Dying moments of this game then. Last few chances for the United States of America. 3 minutes left on the clock. USA without their video referral. Lost it moments ago, appealing for a foot inside the D. It wasn't a foot inside the D, but can they get something more substantial here? Dawson, can she get the shot off? Yes, she can. It goes goal back.
Stop!
Picked by Luchetti. Back across the face of goal, and a penalty corner this time. Gonzalez getting the pass back across the face of D. Luchetti, though, with the initial stop, couldn't clear the danger, and the USA have that penalty corner.
What a stop it was by Luchetti in front of the goalkeeper. A full-blooded strike. Peel and hit from Dawson as she falls. That's a great pick. But then the second phase as the ball pops up, no doubt at all, as Barrio Nuevo forced to duck away. Rodriguez, open hand, batting it off the baseline.
So Dawson and Nichols, side by side. They're there at the top of the D. Argentina awaits in the goal, trying to block this. Remember, scored 1 from 1 so far. Nichols again with the slap, looking for the deflection. It was outside the post and too far away from its intended target, which was Katie Reinprecht. That was close. Tense times there for Succi and Albertaria watching on.
Well, the run's there, it's the right angle. If it had been a metre forward or the player a metre backward, that was it. There was a space.
keeper was in the right position as well on that post. And a counter-attack now up the other end. Well, it's going to have to get past 5 USA defenders here. Argentina not committing numbers forward, as you'd expect.
Yeah,
trying
well,
to protect that 1 goal difference.
Sorry, mate, I still don't understand why a player in that situation with 1:30 would drive to goal. 5 defenders there, the likelihood of turning over possession really, really high. Cut outfield, go to the corner flag, hold the ball. It's not exciting, but it's effective.
Gives the USA one last chance to try and punish Argentina. Inside the final minute now. Will it be Argentina that take bronze away from the 2014 World Cup? Or can the USA scramble something together here in the dying minutes? Inside the circle now, looking for the first-time pass. It'll be a long-time corner. 45 seconds now left on the clock. Gonzalez with the restart. Here's Reinprecht. USA battling every step of the way here to get an outcome. It'll be a free hit now outside the circle. They need to get this inside the circle. They need to get another penalty corner. Just 30 seconds left. They move it the 5 meters required. Here's Dawson, now into the circle, into the shooting area. Can Argentina clear their lines? Yes, they can. One final play.
There's a head injury, there's a stick in the face in the middle of the circle. The umpire's going to have to blow on the clearance push. There's a whip through. O'Donnell's just picked up a hit in the face.
Yeah, no,
Needs some help.
We've got someone coming, It's okay.
Okay, well, never a good sign. O'Donnell going down as she put her body on the line there. And let's see if we can see what happened here.
It's the clearance, it's just the drag round. It's accidental, but there, that's toe of stick into side of head.
Yeah, and the crowd just seeing it here on the big screen as well. Katie O'Donnell taking a stick to the face, so I imagine there's going to be a fair bit of blood there as well. She's obviously in a lot of discomfort, but has the support of her medical team there with her now, and the stretcher coming on as her teammates watch on, so not an ideal ending for her, showing 100% commitment levels, and the USA will have one final play with the 13 seconds that are remaining on the clock. Well, that's a good sign initially that Katie O'Donnell is sitting up. Her captain there, Crandall, just talking with her as well. And she's up on her feet. She doesn't need the stretcher, she's going to walk off. And look at the size of the bruise just coming up on her left temple there.
Right, Tico, I want you to start this for me, okay?
Yeah. It's the size of an egg.
So we'll just wait till we get
Get
her
some
off the
ice
field.
on that.
Just wait a minute.
Compress it. And obviously the concern on the face of the fans here in the stadium and probably back home, but Katie O'Donnell is okay. She won't play this final phase, this last attack for the United States. 13 seconds left on the clock then. USA's goal to get this ball in the circle and try and get a penalty corner. All Argentina need to do is to belt it away up the other end, and they won't be in any hurry to do that now as the final few seconds tick off the clock. Argentina, the defending champions, will take home bronze in 2014. Aymar on the score sheet, 2 goals for her today. The USA, well, they put up a stern battle. Lauren Crandall scoring the US's only goal, and certainly the USA leave without a medal, but they can be incredibly proud of their efforts. Final score here, Argentina 2, United States 1. Craig Parnham, what a job he's done. What a surprise package the United States have been in this 2014 tournament. Ranked 10th in the world. They've been going toe-to-toe with the world's best, including Argentina. Aymar and Argentina just too strong on the day. They came this far, and Argentina taking home bronze. Argentina 2, US 1. Well, let's get some post-match reaction. We know it's Carlos Retegui's final game in charge as coach for Argentina. He leaves with a bronze medal. Aymar leaves with a bronze medal. That's the best they could hope for on the day.
It is indeed, and with the team that's come here, I think that's a pretty fair reflection of their performance standard right now. I think it's a deserved medal. They battled hard today. The USA gave them a really stern fight, but just at times over the course of these last 2 weeks, it hasn't quite fired for them. Some good interplay, but it's just not quite been the gold and silver medal class that they would have desired. But it's a good outcome today.
So Aymar, who was a World Cup winner in 2002, 2010, some of the youngsters of the future looking to follow in her shoes. She made her first appearance when she was 16 here on Dutch soil in 1998 in Utrecht. Sadly for Argentina, though, no gold medal this time round. They do leave with the medal, though. More importantly, it is a bronze medal. And, well, even just seeing there how much it means to the players, always good to leave with something. Sadly for the United States, they go home with nothing, but they can be incredibly proud of their performance here at 2014. They surprised the likes of England, South Africa, even Germany. But the defending champions go home with a bronze. The United States, well, let's hear from them pitch side. I think we can join their skipper, Lauren Crandall, who's with Charlie Broom.
Indeed, I have got Lauren Crandall with me. Lauren, many commiserations, a very, very tight game.
Yeah, I mean, we know when we play Argentina, it's going to be a close game, and both teams always come out to fight, so.
Looking back on this tournament as a whole, though, you've had some pretty big scalps. Your take on it?
Yeah, I mean, I think we had a great tournament. I think we had a good run, and I think it's only the beginning for us. We're on a journey, and we're all about the process, and this is just our first step into, you know, completing our journey.
Well, Lauren, many commiserations, as I say. Unlucky today. Thank you.
Thanks very much.
Well, the USA, as we said, ranked 10th. They beat South Africa 4-2. They beat Germany 4-1. They beat China 5-0. They drew with Argentina in the pool stage, and they beat England 2-1. They lost to Australia in the semi-finals on a shootout. But on the whole, a strong performance from the United States. Argentina go home with a bronze. Let's hear from Luciana Aymar, who scored 2 goals on the day.
Luciana, after the semi-finals, it was tears of disappointment. Now it's tears of joy. 2 goals today, great performance. Your take on the game?
Yes, we wanted to be in the final, but we couldn't. The other day, Netherlands played too well, but now we have the medal. What is it's important for Argentina, you know, but it's difficult for us because we wanted to be in the final, but we couldn't.
After the semi-final in the press conference, you seem to blame yourself. You answered that today with 2 very good goals.
Yeah.
Why did you blame yourself? Why did you blame yourself?
What?
Why did you blame yourself after the semi-final?
I can't understand you.
You said after the semi-final loss, you said it was my fault. Why?
No. I didn't say it was my fault. I say that Argentina didn't play like Argentina played all the time. And this match was difficult because we were, you know, crying. And but the most important that Argentina could play well today with our heart. That is as important, and to win.
Luciana, congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you. See you. Bye.
They certainly played with heart, and they did win. Fought that tough battle with their Pan-American neighbours, the United States. Luciana Aymar scoring 2 goals on the day, takes home a bronze medal. Argentina take home the bronze. The United States finish 4th. From Simon Mason and myself, Michael Absalom, thanks for your company. Let's do it all again soon.